on, guys? See if I can get my stuff fixed up today. Um, so today, I just wanted to go live. I'll be outside. Shalom. Let me say first, blessings, peace, love, positive energy. Let me go down here, guys. For a second. A lot of things are going on to this in this world today. You know, a lot of things are more spiritual than physical or mental. Sometimes you guys is all the above. Like God's telling me to sit here. So you guys this view real quick. Um, okay. So let's just say blessings to the Most High. Um, we appreciate you guys being here. It's a blessing to be here, y'all. There's a lot of things going on. Um, I want to start doing more topic covers, obviously. Um, Interaction with you guys. We can do more live streams, things of that nature. But for now, we're just gonna talk. I call these soul talks. And I used to have these talks with myself a lot, you guys. Um, Sometimes, in society, it's so noisy. It's always loud. It's always hustle bustle. It's a lot of energies, a lot of emotions, a lot of things that can and will drain you. And I'm speaking this from personal experience. Sorry, that I was on a road that where I had to understand this. Luckily, God walked with me my whole life. He literally made me a miracle in a mirror to be able to lead His people to Him as He has led Himself with me, as He has always walked with me, even when He knows my walk was wrong. Even He knows when I was making wrong turns. Because the thing is, like, nobody's perfect, and nobody's above God, and nobody's above temptation. Everybody has vices, and with these vices come a lot of prices. And you know, the story of me was I was very um, it's almost like I would say, a story in the Bible. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but where someone knows they can do right and they end up doing wrong, but the whole time they try to do right, but people take them wrong, and that can turn them wrong. Even when I found myself in situations like losing friends, losing family, uh, relationships, myself, even, God always showed me. In the darkest days when things would go on, whether I was around somebody, a situation, within myself, even, I would always pray. I would always somehow go off into my own mind or worlds and pray about a situation, whatever the outcome may be. Lord, walk not only with me, but things around me. And sometimes God shows us discipline. He shows us how to be discernment. He shows us how to love each other. He shows us how to appreciate the little things in life before you get the big things. A lot of people do get the big things in life, but they block their own blessings by not relying on the Lord when you get to a point. People only like to thank God when it's beneficial or applicable to their own selfish desires, but they don't like to thank God when He asks us to do things of His desire, His will. I'm sorry. Now, Satan will always desire you. He always has every one of us. It's literally a spiritual warfare, psychological, emotional, mental. See, the things they feed us, the air we breathe, the subconscious choices we make on our own soul, as in greed, lust, hatred, envy, gossip, backstabbers, doppelgangers, playing both sides. There's a lot of people that can adapt a lot of things. That's why they say titles, you know, careful what you call yourself, careful what you think about yourself, careful how you envision yourself, you know, because all these things are meant to put a title on you, they're meant to put a suit on you. See, Satan always tries to make us be everything or become everything but what God already had made us. That's his job. That's his minion's job. That's the artists you hear, the music, the food, the society, the I gotta look better, I gotta think better, ego, the pride, the jealousy, the anger. That's his whole job is confusion. So how do you ask me how do you beat that confusion? You pray more. You pray for your spirit. You pray for your mind. Put that energy into your heart. You ask Jesus Christ, Yeshua, our Lord, to open your heart. To not harden your heart. To not let things harden your heart. Harden your mind. Cloud your mind. Clouded judgment will always be a fool. Instant gratification will always lead to devastation. Separation and isolation sometimes can be your elevation because, you know, most of us feel like we're alone in this world. Most of us feel like most people, if we're not going with what everybody's doing, being, looking like, acting like, watching, eating, then we're not of worth. We're not a par. And we have to go through all these heinous um, monstrosities that we not only put in our life, but we put in our destiny, we put in our fate, our soul. We change the direction of what God wanted us to be because we listen to everything but ourselves. That's why information is everywhere. This is why um, music is everywhere. You know, frequencies of music. Understanding that it's all noise. So you know, God sometimes takes us all the way out by ourselves to clear the noise, and you have to. That's why when people come by things of this nature, it you become more connected. And you know, there's a lot of things to connect to in this world. Be careful. Don't feed into too many tarot cards, too many witches, warlocks, uh, doppelgangers, double-minded people, say one thing, do another, unaccountable people, gaslighters, sympathetic instead of empathetic people, down talkers, you know, down talkers and skinwalkers. So when you come out and isolate yourself, because the noise will get to everybody. Don't think you're above anything under the sun, because no one is. Excuse me. No one is. That's all. He made us that. That's why he gives us Josiah to open our hearts, not to have so much hate in it, not to have so much judgment in it. A lot of women won't date a man because he has to. She judges him too much. A lot of men won't date a woman because they judge them too much, thinking they have to be perfect, and they have to look perfect, be perfect, act perfect. That's control. Because instead of letting love grow, you know, as in God grows a flower, grows a plant, as we grow children, as every living thing right here has a point of growing something new. The water touches the sand touches the debris goes into the insects and animals, they reproduce, they there's a natural state of law. And Satan's job is to make you forget about that, make you be so distracted about getting money your whole life or having a status or this look or all these things. Not that God doesn't want us broke. No, He definitely blesses us. He gets his chosen people who went through a lot of adversity and manipulation and degrading and disrespect and perceived wrong when they were just being genuinely from the soul. You know, that's why people you always see those statuses or memes that being a good person doesn't get you anything in the end except used. That's a worldly saying because they want you to think that. Because even though it may be hard, even though your journey, the narrow path is harder than most people can really want to walk for the length. That's where your spirit kicks in. It's no longer about your physical. It's not about your mind. It's no longer about your emotions. It's about that spiritual. How far can you go in that? And where are you going? What are you leading by? Are you applying the things that you learn or teach or want to learn or know? With wisdom comes great grief. For me to speak these words that I've spoken today, I've went through a lot of things. Some things, most of the things I put myself through. Most things God knew that I didn't have to. Some things He knew I had to become the man that I'm supposed to be, and then continue growing with Him, teaching me how to love myself. Love others. Sometimes we self. Sometimes our relationships don't work because we self-project our own doubts and things in other people, and we don't see that. We don't take accountability for that. We're not knowledgeable, men and women. You know, and you know, society now is getting even more hectic. Sorry, I got my water. More money, more greed, more violence, more lust, more immorality. Schools taking God out of school, taking God out of our hearts day to day. Not that you should love everybody and everybody don't love you. No, you have to have discernment. God gives you discernment in every single situation, and He allows us to wake up and breathe and learn and become better at what He wants, so we can be better at what we want. And there's a lot of things that go into that. You know, sometimes do good things happen to bad people? Yes, but it's not for our understanding to know why. You know, sometimes you don't have to even have the. Sometimes bad people get away with a lot of bad things, but there's only for a point of time. Always, because either their ego, their pride, their lust, their greed, their envy, their sin, their gluttony, internally always ruins them. Their vanity, their selfishness, because most people don't see their program, but things that are opposite. So when we all are blessed and fortunate to wake up every day, always thank God for waking up. Thank God for everything you wake up for. That the trees, your arms still work, you breathe right, even if you're in the hospital, even if you are, sick, shut in, um, going through, death of family or friends or just financial, situations, emotional situations, crises, psychological, there's always a sign that God gives you. You have to be able to see it, you know, understand it, learn it, and be able to teach it. And that's why they say each one teach one. We're so not worried about learning the things we need to learn about us around us that we're not realizing what's around us, even things you can't see. Because things you can't see when you feel are called your spirit. You see, there's a difference between your spirit and your soul, just as there's a difference between your mind and your heart. You ever wonder why, you know, um, when people drink, and there's nothing wrong with having one or two or whatever. We are human. No one's perfect. Um, when people have they drink, they get to a point till they get drunk, right? And when they get drunk enough, they start forgetting, or I would say loosening up more, right? Mm, it's a beautiful day out today. They start loosening up more, and that's when you notice the spirits start to come in you. When I used to drink a lot, I occasionally do. I actually was on a great streak, you guys, but I'll tell that story another time. And I'm still back on my mission. Um, they let the spirits into them. They become a whole different person. They have a whole different consciousness. They might be there, but they might not be realizing what's there and what they're doing and affecting you long term. You know, temporary fun is a long term pain. It may be lowering your consciousness, your vibration, your energy, your enableness to connect with your true higher self form without self judgment, without fear of judging or being judged or anything like that. So all these spirits, when they enter you, I forgot what I did last night. I can't believe I did, whatever, and men and women, whether it be sexual, violent, whatever it may be. It's all the same. When you're gonna see, a lot of people see the same picture and keep looking at that picture and keep living in that picture, and then being hurt and sad and in pain and confusion and suffering when they know that deep down it's not right, it's not good. Don't. But once you stuck, you're stuck. But you're never stuck because when you elevate your mindset and your consciousness and your whole being to your true natural ways you're supposed to be, as in not greed, not pride, not we're supposed to be in fellowship, we're supposed to be in love and giving and kindness, meekness, not meek mill, meekness, um, joy. Not just for ourselves. A lot of people get a lot of things. I've seen a lot of people have a lot more things than I've ever had in my life and still be miserable, still not be able to have peace, still not be able to give peace, still not be able to show love, still have to think the world is against them or everything they do is wrong or everybody's wrong to them and truly don't understand that you have to walk your walk, you know? You have to walk your walk. And that means in physical, emotional, mental, but all that ties into spiritual. So when you read, the Bible every day and you really read and you search and you look and you pray and you ask for God for forgiveness, repentance, serenity, um, forgiveness of yourself. Um, when you ask, the Lord for guidance, wisdom, you know, there's things that's gonna come with it. Just like a job. Everybody wants to be a millionaire, but no one wants to put the work in. Everybody wants love, but no one wants to love when it's time to sacrifice that love of your own thought, you know? Because your love is connected to something that's not connected to the Most High. Your love is connected to what you've seen in movies. Your love is connected to a feeling, sex. Uh, you know, your love is connected to vanity, um, selfishness. Looks, beauty. Now, there's nothing wrong with being beautiful. And there's nothing wrong with any of these things I'm saying. But a lot of it is wrong because it's not. sought after in the purest form throughout history that, you know, is real. Because how else will we evolve? How else will we keep evolving? And also understand that love sometimes the devil can make. Excuse me, guys. Oh, turn my phone. Sometimes y'all, the devil can give you the illusion of love, and that could be in yourself. That could be in somebody you're with. What you think it is. What you plan it out the whole thing to be. That's why you have to have discernment. That's why you have to take time, patience, listening, understanding from the spirit, reading the word. So then when you encounter these things and these people and these spirits and these monitoring spirits and familiar spirits and energies and all these things that may seem crazy, you start to recognize and hopefully attach from that, and you attach to your heart, your soul. That's going to be forever, eternity. This is all temporary. This all will be remade one day. We don't know at the end of the day God's big plan, but we know it's better than what we've been through. It's better than what we're witnessing. It's better than the malice, the hate, the envy, the jealousy, the entitlement, the egos, the all these things. You have to know who you are. I have to strip all that away at the end of the day, at the end of life. It's for judgment. And this is why a lot of people are losing their minds. That's why a lot of people are confused. That's why they have a lot of things, but they still don't know what they're doing, who they are, how much they put other things in front of God to get with that, and then that they have nothing. They have everything, they have nothing. They can't keep relationships. They can't stay balanced. They can't find that true piece of happiness, even if it doesn't cost a dime or anything but giving God a little bit of time. So I just want to share this live with y'all. Appreciate y'all. Blessed up. Shalom. Love. I'll leave this message here is that you remember this. We don't have a lot of time left on this earth. No one knows. Love people more. If you love them, call them. If you're beefing with people or growing grudges or entering your heart, your mind, soul, learn to find forgiveness for yourself and those. And also speak that. Speak light to people. Sometimes it's okay to apologize to people, if you're wrong. And genuinely mean it and show it. So until next time, y'all, UBG, mean to me. I appreciate y'all. Hope y'all like, comment, subscribe, share. And just my next live, I want y'all to put things that, in the comments for whoever see this on whatever platform. To give me some topics to talk about. Give me some things. All right, y'all. Peace. Oh, I'm still running, y'all. My bad.